Hey kid, do you ever have a hard time, resting, relaxing, and putting your mind blank and peaceful and at ease before nap or bedtime? Because I have that problem, and I found an enormous solution in yoga. Hit it, storyteller, yoga guru.
Thank you, Green Bear. I am no guru, but I do know that yoga worked for Green Bear, and maybe it'll work for you when you need to wind down. And this is a pose by pose bedtime story. What does that mean? Well, it means you can either watch and listen, or you can actually do some of the poses in the book. Whatever you feel like is cool. Maybe the first time you just watch, and then the next time you try it out. And I'll walk you through it. The sun in the sky is going down. As I breathe in, as I breathe out, my arms lift up to the sky and then back down like sun rays. See, when she lifts her arms up and then opens them out, it's like a nice stretch of your arms and your back. It's like you're saying, goodbye, sun, and hello, moon. As I breathe in, I bend my knees and scoop the clouds around me like this. Notice how his hands are like this, cupped. So I scoop the clouds around me. As I breathe out, I stand tall and release the clouds over my head. And the clouds float by. And the birds float by too. See, these are things that either you see with your eyes or you see in your imagination. Can you imagine the little puffy white clouds? Or maybe they're orange clouds, or maybe they're purple turtle-shaped clouds. It's whatever you want in your brain. That's a beautiful picture to you. The stars sparkle brightly as I breathe in and I breathe out. My arms reach out wide towards the stars. And that's another nice, relaxing stretch. And you can imagine the stars sparkling over the sky. As the moon rises high, as I breathe in and I breathe out, my spine is long and I bend to each side like a crescent moon. Oh, that feels so good. Yes, a storyteller can read and do some yoga poses with you at the same time. That's really soothing. And it's not hard, kid. Not hard at all. The birds are flying back now. So imagine the birds are flying back. Maybe there's a dragonfly or a butterfly. As I breathe in and I breathe out, I focus on one point and use my arms to soar. Now notice she's standing on one leg and she has one leg up and she's like as if she's flying. Now that's kind of hard. So if you're going to do that, you may want to try baby steps. Maybe you just raise your leg a little bit so you can get used to having balance, because that takes strength and practice most of all. So you just stand on one leg. Maybe you raise it just a little bit, not this high, just a little bit. Put your arms out and practice getting the balance. And she says she focuses on one point. That helps you with your balance. You have to try that. And then as you practice, you can keep raising your leg a little bit more each time. Ooh, what a beautiful picture this is. As I breathe in and I breathe out, my shoulders roll back. My heart is open and I am solid like a tree. Look at that. How beautiful is that? The birds are flying back now to their homes in the trees. And look at that. If you're solid as a tree, can you imagine if the birds and the squirrels and the snails made their home in your hair? As I breathe in and breathe out, my palms press together as I squat on my leaf. Do you have a leaf to squat on? Oh no? Maybe a rug or a mat will do. And that's a cool pose. That also takes a little bit of stretchy practice, but it feels good on your legs, especially if you've been doing physical education and running around. It's good to stretch those legs. And the ladybugs settle softly between the butterflies. As I breathe in and I breathe out, my feet press together and my knees spread out like butterfly wings. Oh, see that pose? So she's sitting down and then she puts her feet up against each other and her knees are out. That's a good stretch. As I breathe in, I sit tall. Oh, and reach my arms back like wings. As I breathe out, I buzz my head down to the ground. So, it went from sitting like this to then sitting up on your knees. You sit up on your knees and you sit up nice and tall with your shoulders back. And then you reach your arms back like wings behind you. And then you take a big breath out and you lean your head down to the ground. And now you're doing a brand new stretch. And you can be thinking whatever you want. You could be thinking you're in the night sky, on a treetop, surrounded by bumblebees and flowers. Or you can dream anything you want. You can be doing this on the top of a rainbow. You can be doing this on the shore of your favorite beach. Anywhere that you think is beautiful and peaceful. And the bees also settle in. The little blue cat who lives in the moon, meow, whispers, "Good night, world. You'll be dreaming soon." As I breathe in and I breathe out, I arch my back like a cat. That's a cool one right there. You just arch your back and it stretches your back. And you don't even know it. But sometimes you're carrying a little bit of tension back here and you wouldn't even know until you stretch. You arch your back like a cat. Meowing is totally optional. And then as you breathe in and breathe out, you sit back on your heels, still and round like the earth. Look at that. You're like a little cocoon right there, all relaxed. And here we have the good night yoga flow. So you see there's the sun, where you're saying hello to your sun, and you take a deep breath over your head and you pull out your arms, and then when you breathe out, when you exhale, you put your arms back down again. Here's the cloud. Here's the star. I like this one. You press down through your feet, just get into that position, get nice and grounded, and then you reach your arms as wide as you can. It's an amazing stretch and it's really easy to do. And from here, it's easy. Close your legs together again, put your arms over your head and do the stretch to one side and the stretch to the other. There's the bird that I told you requires a little bit of practice to get your balance. And then once you do it on one foot and you get good at it, then you switch to the other foot. There's the tree. There's the girl who's very still and tall like a tree with her knee up. See, her foot is up by her knee. That's cool. That takes practice and also balance. So once you get this, then you can do this one too. The ladybug, you just bend your knees, push your shoulders back, and put your palms together. Here's the butterfly. You can do that. That's pretty easy for kids. You sit on the ground, you put the soles of your feet together, and put your shoulders back. Don't be hunching over, keep it back. The bee. This is when you're on your knees, you put your arms behind your hand, behind your back, as if you're under arrest, and then you lean down. And then the cat, you just arch your back instead like a cat. Meow. You don't have to meow, but it's kind of funny if you do. And then the child's pose is you just lay down like a baby. Now let's see, this is called a cloud journey visualization. I've never done this, so let's read this together and see how this makes you feel. Lie on your back with your hands by your sides. Take a deep breath in and let a long breath out. Imagine you are lying on a white, puffy cloud. How fun. Feel yourself sink into its softness as the cloud lifts you up, up, up into the air. You're floating, rocking back and forth. Your cloud is taking you somewhere you love to be. This wonderful place has colors to see and sounds to hear. Feel how good it is to be there. Can you see it? Can you see the colors? Can you imagine the sounds in this place? Can you feel and imagine the soft, puffy cloud on your back lifting you up, up and away? Feel how good it is to be there. And breathe in. And then, of course, breathe out. Now, when you're ready, no rush, but your cloud will slowly bring you down, down, down. It settles you gently back on the earth. As your cloud pulls away, it takes with it anything that's troubling you. Whoosh. You are left feeling calm, peace, and happiness inside. Okay, take another deep breath in and let a long breath out. Sweet dreams. All right, I think Green Bear is down for the count. Let me take him away and put him back into bed. And I hope that you loved good night yoga and found it as relaxing as Green Bear here did. All right, kid, sweet, peaceful, happy dreams. And wherever you go on that cloud, make it a beautiful, colorful place. See you next time on KidTime StoryTime.